tell you what. Bellevue, shut up.
The cow says, ooh.
And welcome back to episode number 15 of Figuratively Speaking. Well, I guess that's how we're going to roll about it. So grumpy. So, you heard we got a brand new intro. Well, it's basically the same as the other intro, but it follows the same format, but with different clips. We got the ASMR bit in there. We got the caveman penis game. And what? It'd be better if I just took a snippet of Hank Hill just whoa. But we kind of have Hunter doing that with his oh I'm scared. And then just drags it out.
I'm a big fan of the new intro.
The new intro, it's the new beginning to Figuratively Speaking. Hopefully more listeners.
So you could say this is Figuratively Speaking 2, Figuratively Speaking Reloaded.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of like no one's going to get that. So, let's see, we brought some new things into the episode as well, into the show as well.
How about we start with some pleasantries, Austin? How are you today?
I'm doing good, actually. In fact, before I ask you how you're doing, I have to say something really quick. People are talking.
Oh?
They're talking. They're saying, I've heard the ramble jamble on the streets of, I wish I had a good podcast to listen to about the Detroit Tigers and baseball in general. Have you heard that ramble jamble?
I really wish I had one of those too. Do you have a solution for me, Austin?
Yes, I do have a solution for you. There's a new up-and-coming podcast called Easy Out, and it's got a picture of home plate with a Microsoft Office picture of a baseball and a bat.
Oh, wow. Tell me more about it.
Well, you see, we talk, my co-host and I, at Mitch, I don't know if he wants me to say his full name on this one, but it doesn't matter because I just already said the name of the podcast and his name's in the podcast. So what an ad. What an ad. So we talk different things about baseball. We don't just sit there and complain about the Tigers. Well, yeah, that's a good part of it, but we talk different things. Like this week, we talk prospects. You hear about the prospects, the struggles within, the new up-and-coming aspects of the team, which I guess you could call the prospects, and we go around the league as we hear about things from the American League and National League. Check it out today on Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker, and Google Podcasts.
Good sorry, I wasn't supposed to read that part.
Anyways, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm relaxing. I got my slippies on. I got my robe on. My corncob pipe.
The button nose.
Off to a bad start.
And 2 eyes made out of coal. What if they used marbles for Frosty's eyes? Like the cool ones that hold on. Did you ever, when you were a little kid, did you ever get as close as you can to the marble and see what it looked like inside?
Oh, absolutely. And it always looked like there was a feather, some hair or something in there.
Yeah. Or
I had really shitty marbles growing up.
Big marbles guy. Yeah, but what if they put marbles in Frosty's eyes instead of rocks or coal or whatever they use? Charcoal. Then you have people looking into his eyes as if the government, they're trying to see if the government's watching him or not.
It would have been the same thing, only he would have been a lot more handsome.
Oh. Would he be like Maxwell Scherzer and have different colored eyes?
Well, right now he has 3 different color eyes. He's got a brown one, a blue one, and a black one.
Listen to Easy Out. I almost said the wrong one. Listen to Easy Out to more about Max Scherzer's broken nose.
Man,
all right, so what do we got for today's episode? Let's see. Let's check the show notes. I don't like how when we're talking about the ads and making things obvious of how awkward the podcast can be, we just talk louder and kind of with a weird tone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So let's see. Our last episode, we had a brief trailer to The Ass Avengers. Let's talk about The Ass Avengers, shall we?
You mean the trailer where no one could actually hear what you said?
Yeah, because the music was so loud. Did you bring the picture or not, or no?
I do have
He wasn't ready.
Wait, huh? I have it on my phone.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, say if not, I could find it too, but I would have the outdated one. So, anyways, to Phil, while he's finding the picture, the Ask Avengers is. Well, do you ever have those coworkers that you don't like, and you just look at them weird, and you try to figure out their life by their work personality? That's what the Ask Avengers is. Here we go. You can see everybody. Do we name them or no?
Well, I can't see the picture right now, so.
I was gonna try like pointing at them, but I realized that would make no sense because
no one's gonna see it, and two people are also gonna be listening to this, so they're not gonna know what the picture is. So you're gonna have to.
Did you just say the two people?
What?
Did you just say the two people listening to this?
I did. That was just what you wanted to hear.
Oh.
The people.
I mean, you think there's two people?
They actually can't see the picture that I'm holding up right now, so you should direct them to where they can see the picture.
If you're gonna look at the picture, this podcast might be coming to a YouTube channel near you, where you can see the okay. Take the picture down, and you're just getting a reflection, and it's getting bad.
Yeah, my phone.
But anyways, we named people. We gave each character different names that we coworker. I guess not character. Each coworker has their own character, and they have a special name. For example, I'll use Terrence for an example. There's a student this isn't even a coworker. He's just a classmate of mine at the University of Michigan Flint. No free ads, and he's just looking at him. I kind of just like look at him, squint, shake my head no at him, but like he has a big baller move every time, and he wears a do-rag, so we named him Do-Rag Terrence. Real original, I know, but he got really. I don't think frisky is the right word, but
That's
edgy.
Not the right word.
He got really edgy when he had crutches when he broke his foot. So he's crutching around the school with his crutches and his do-rag. What great dead air.
Anything else?
So,
Terrence?
Do-Rag Terrence. I don't really interact with him because he's one not to be reckoned with. Do you have any coworkers that you feel comfortable saying?
Well, I've got a few. I think we're going to start out with probably the worst of the bunch. I've got 3 in mind, except I'm definitely not going to bring up one of them because I actually just recently learned that she passed away. So
condolences, of course, yeah.
I'd actually feel a little messed up, talking shit about her on a podcast that her ghost will definitely listen to. What was that?
What was what?
All right. I didn't like that. Anyway, so I wouldn't feel right, talking about her. So I'll start off with everybody's favorite, Filthy Jim.
Filthy Jim. Oh no, tell us more.
Now I want you guys to picture this. Picture Fred Flintstone, 20 years older, and those 20 years were just filled with like meth and poor hygiene.
Meth? Not the meth.
He's a mix between Fred Flintstone, pure meth, and like Quasimodo. All right, and this guy's teeth. It looks like a row of urinals that have all been peed on and never cleaned. Not great. So basically, this is Filthy Jim's bathroom routine, and I know it's kind of a weird place to start, but this makes up 90% of his personality.
Bathroom judgments are a thing, and people need to realize that.
So I'll be in the stall, doing my business. I'll hear the door open. I'll be like, I wonder who else could be in here sharing in the pleasantries of the bathroom with me. And all I hear is, I hear the start of what I like to call Jim's 9-step path to success. When
Is this going to be taught at a school near us?
It's success. So I just hear a spits in the urinal. I can only assume he spits directly on his penis because I can't see. I'm, in a stall or whatever.
What if he's just spitting on the floor?
Maybe he's just like Kobeing the spit down the drain every time. Who knows?
Stop that! I don't know what you're doing, but go back. Continue the story. This isn't a time for interruptions.
So he'll just spit on what I can only assume to be his schlong, his doodle, if you will.
His dinky.
And then he will let step 2 is letting the loudest fart rip, just like the wettest, nastiest noodle of a fart.
So he claps. is it a clap your own cheeks fart?
Yes, he is clapping his own cheeks.
Or is it kind of or does his you know when Homer Simpson burps and his mouth goes? Is that like what his ass cheeks does? Like when he farts, they just go.
I mean, I've never stared at his ass cheeks, but I can only assume that they gyrate a little. Yes. Step 3 is he moans after he farts because it was a good fart.
Maybe it was one of those farts that he feels like he lost 10 pounds.
Does not show because the man weighs a lot.
The man weighs a lot of pounds.
At least 6. Step 4 is he pees really loud.
I'm a strong stream guy as well, so
I mean I'm not gonna knock him for that. I've been known for quite the powerful, frozen rope, if you will.
I'm sensing a theme in our family.
Got strong. Never mind, I'm not going there.
His streams. That's what he was going for.
Step 5 is he'll start whistling. Oh, what's step 5, right? Yeah. Step 5 is he starts whistling as he's peeing. He's having a good time. I'm not going to knock him for that. Step 6 is optional. Someone has to walk in while he's there, and he goes, "Well, how you doing, guy?"
I kind of just picture him as if someone walks in, he kind of just he doesn't just turn his head. I feel like he actually just turns his whole body, and the stream just goes as he turns it.
It's possible. Step 7 is he will bring up The Big Bang Theory. Which is, exactly, it is not a good show, and he is obsessed with it. Step 8 is probably the worst step. It's when he zips up his pants and then leaves the bathroom without washing his hands.
Disgusting. Filthy swine. A scoundrel.
Now, step 9 is profit, because he's really fucking rich, and I don't know how. But yeah, and then there's just he'll do all kinds of weird things. Like he comes up to my desk and he'll move stuff around on my desk and then sit on my desk instead of sitting in the visitor chair I have in my area.
What, give a visitor chair?
Yeah. He likes to touch my back sometimes too when I'm sitting down. Because when you walk into my cube, my back is to the opening. That's gonna change soon because I don't like it. But and he'll put his hand on my shoulder and go, "Well, how you doing today, guy?" And I'm just like, "You didn't wash your hands, you fucking mongrel."
Look at him, and when he touches your shoulders, look at him and go. Lick your lips and see what he does. If he takes a step towards you, you need to just go. Look.
Yeah. So Jim, in a nutshell, is just like a hunchback, never showers, just a real bathroom troll. So he's filthy Jim. That's filthy.
I kind of picture his 9-step process or whatever you called it as those commercials that I don't know if it's a MasterCard where it goes spitting while peeing, $10, farting afterwards, $20, not washing your hands, priceless. He walks out.
Pretty accurate, man. Yeah, so that's filthy Jim. It's got to be probably my worst coworker. There's Filthy Jim, and then there's a man I like to refer to as Titty Luke.
Titty Luke he was the original.
Titty Luke is the Captain America of the Avengers. And what Titty Luke does is he's a nice guy. He's a weird guy. He talks like he has mashed potatoes in his mouth. So he's kind of like Jesse. Can I come and can you show me how to do this in Excel or something like Sean Connery plus mashed potatoes in both looks and voice.
Is he kind of like Bane? Can you show me how to do this in Excel?
Bane, if Bane had half of his...
You thought Microsoft was your ally.
I
was born in Google.
If half of Bane's tongue got cut off, and I don't mean like this way, I mean the long way, that would be Luke. Luke
hot dog style, of course.
Yeah, he has a hot dog tongue. He's got a really skinny tongue. But basically, so the reason he's called Titty Luke is he sent me a file one time, and then I sent him a Skype message saying, "Hey, I think you're missing a part." And he said, "Oh, shoot, let me look at tit instead of it." And I literally messaged him back. I was like, "Well, I don't see how that's going to help, but please be my guest." And he was just like, "What?" And I thought it was I was making fun of the fact that it was a typo, and then he doubled down and he said, "Let me look at tit again," 2 minutes later, and I'm just like, "Well, geez, man, you probably shouldn't be doing that at work."
Oh, he's one of those guys where when you're like, I can't hear you, I have an ear infection. He's one of those guys, I bet you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like, he makes a lot of euphemisms, and he's just a really odd guy. Like, I can't really describe it, just the way he carries himself. He's a very, very odd guy. And, like, today, actually, he comes up to my desk, and he's asking me how to do something in Excel, and he's like, hey, man, I got this problem, and I'm real close to finishing, but I'm, like, 2 strokes away. Can you help me out? And that's exactly how I looked at him. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to help you out.
Go ahead. Jim will give you a hand. Go talk to him.
Oh, he'll give you a big old bang. That I don't like what I just said.
Third, what if they hang out after work?
Oh God, they would be a sitcom. Jim would like to watch that probably.
They'd be like the Odd Couple with what's his nuts and the other guy from Friends.
What's his nuts and the other guy? Got it.
The dirty one and the clean one.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry and the weird short dude.
Oh, Joey, not Joey
No.
Fatone.
His name was Chandler in Friends. If that's
he's the tall guy, right?
yeah, the guy wouldn't get
It's all
gets stuck
goofy.
in the bank when when the girl gives him gum. He would want to talk to the whole time. The power out. She goes perfection.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly who. I don't know the actor's name, but I know who you're talking about. So you got. I think those are really the only 2 that I want to highlight. Maybe in a future episode, if people are still interested, I'll go over Heather the Cheese Wizard. Rest your soul. She was by far the nastiest person I've ever encountered in my life, but I'm not going to go into details just because I feel like her ghost is going to like poop on me or something.
A ghost poop. That's the worst kind of poop. I've got the only one that I care to go into depth for, or the one that I can without risking too much, is my other job at Aldi. We got Trash Can Rebecca and the what I can't remember what we called him, Sloth Boy Matt or something like that.
Oh, Matthew. He was.
Oh,
It was really good.
Flashy Matt.
It was Matty Flash,
Matty Flash, yeah.
based on the sloth from
The
Zootopia.
sloth from Zootopia, where he's just like,
Which is like,
that's how Matt is all the time, and he's just like slunched over, not slouched, slunched over, and he can't pull his pants up all the way when he puts the belt on, so he's got that weird saggy ass. And my buddy, or not nope, I can't talk today.
it's all right. Spit it out.
My coworker likes to call him something like muffin ass or something like that, and I wasn't okay with that. But he's just the slowest piece of trash ever, and he moves like a sloth. He's got saggy pants, muffin ass apparently. Then we got Trash Can Rebecca, where she just cries all the time. Like she comes into work just crying. She's like, "My husband and I are getting a divorce." We're like, "Okay, don't know why he told us that."
So she's basically like Oscar the Grouch, only sad.
Yeah, basically.
Rebecca the sad.
Yeah. The one day she spills fabric softener on her forehead, which I have a lot of questions for how that happened.
Wait a minute. Pause. Can't just run by that. We need to dissect this. Was she doing laundry up very, very high?
No, this was at work. She spilled fabric softener. I work at a grocery store too, by the way.
What shelf is the fabric softener on?
Like the middle one.
And she spilled it on her head.
Yeah. Apparently the cap was loose, and like I don't know if she was like one of those inflatable car dealership things where she like picked up the fabric softener and went,
"Oh!"
and
like an infomercial.
Yeah.
Do you spill fabric softener on your head?
And so, but like she spilled it like in the area for listeners who can't see, like go above your, like take your finger and take it to your eyebrow, trace it up about halfway up your forehead, and then move to the side of your head. I don't know which side you're using. I use my right side. Use your right side as well.
So we're covered.
Okay. So like that area between the end of your eyebrow to like your
here.
temple, to like your temple. That's where she spilled it, and she just comes flying into the back room, just like screaming. And I'm putting boxes in the baler to get smushed, and I just like throw, and I hear the doors bust open, and her come running in like crying and screaming. I just like looked at her, shook my head, and went, "What the hell?" Went back to throwing boxes. Just didn't even care about if she was okay or not. So then my manager comes in and sees her, and just fucking freaking out about something. And then, so we're like, she goes, guys, comes over the walkie-talkie. She's like, don't line me up with customers. I'm dealing with an issue. Like, okay. And then, so the manager comes through, and the manager was tired of ringing up customers. So she goes, hey, Rebecca, we're going to line you up. She goes, I can't come out right now. I've got fabric softener in my eyes. We're like, in your eyes? She's like, well, you're getting lined up, so I'd come out here. And then so then back to the divorce story. She goes, my husband and I are getting a divorce, but I need a couple weeks off in August so I can take my soon-to-be ex-husband to Arizona for surgery. Okay, that's definitely not happening. Hey, we're getting a divorce, but I need some time off of work for my husband. But we still love each other. Nope. No, we don't.
Well, I've only got one way to describe her, and it's going to be your figuratively speaking word of the day. Ready for this?
Oh?
Rebecca is a fop doodle.
Oh, a fop doodle.
What a fop doodle is pretty much just like a very medieval way of saying just a bozo. A real class act.
A bozo?
Who is laughing? Is there someone else on the line?
No, I'm the only one here. The only one here in my apartment.
Jesus
There's nobody
Christ,
here.
they're like just as bad as Jim with his fucking Big Bang Theory stories. Why the fuck do you keep playing that?
The laughter?
Yes.
There is no laughter. I don't know what you hear with laughter. Is the toaster laughing?
There's no toaster here.
There's no laughter here either.
You're being a real flop doodle. And that's our word.
Now you know, kids. All right, so that about wraps up the Ask Vengers. How about, I got a pressing issue. Well, it's not really pressing. If I were to tell you we have 69 listeners in total, what would you do?
Giggle.
You giggle. If I told you I just ate a cream pie, what would you do?
Probably high five you. I don't know.
I don't know if you died. That's five. Here's what I'm talking about. Pornography, also known as smut. Why are you laughing at pornography?
That's the way you said it. You just went, here's what I'm talking about. Pornography.
Insert the face I sent you when I listened to that one song with my scared face. No. Oh, I almost just fumbled everything on the computer. Pornography has ruined a ton of words, a boatload. And we need to discuss what words have been ruined. I guess you could maybe some numbers as well. 69.
Nice.
I forget that I might be putting this on YouTube, and because the webcam completely just saw me go, nice.
Oh, see, I kind of have like the opposite where I can't think 96? Of words. Yeah, I have a 96 where I can't really like. It's where
we got a 96, boss.
It's where people are like. It's where the two people are touching each other, or touching themselves and facing opposite directions because they hate each other. Basically, trash can Rebecca and her husband. Anyway.
I thought you were going more for like the SpongeBob thing of like the.
Never do that again. I'll tell you what, folks. The quality of this podcast here will really be a lot better if you watch it on YouTube. You'll miss a lot of. I mean, I'm not really doing much, but Austin's moving around a lot, so.
I'm really active. I'm done with that. Okay, let's go back to pornography and smut.
Yeah, let's go back to porn.
Nice.
So I'm not there. I don't really have words that are ruined by pornography. I have words that sound like they should be in pornography, but are not.
Blog.
Like bum fiddler. Do you know what a bum fiddler is, Austin?
Is it someone? See, I just picture a little fairy that the bum fiddler struck again, and they have like a little latex glove on. It's like you're sleeping. It's like if you're laying on your stomach, they just go. Do Your bum.
Great. Well, that's kind of right. I mean, in a way, it's kind of right. So a bum fiddle, so bum fiddle means to pollute or spoil something. In particular, like ruining a document by drawing something like a dick on it or something. And a bum fiddler is one who bum fiddles.
Okay, see, I see how we do it. I can say one that's ruined a porn. You can say one that sounds like it should be in porn.
Yep.
First one that I've got that has been ruined is gape.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it even more when a parent says, like, oh, that's a gaping hole. How do you know about that?
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good one. How about a dream hole? Do you know what a dream hole is? What do you think a dream hole is?
I kind of think of it like a glory hole, but only a dream.
You're like halfway on the screen right now, Austin.
I'm halfway on the screen.
Your face was like only halfway on the screen. Great. Well, a dream hole is basically a small slit or opening made in the wall of a building to let in sunlight or fresh air. It's like a glory hole, but without the
glory.
Exactly.
It's a glory hole, but it's not a glory hole.
And honestly, okay. I think I could put
Isn't that just called a window, though?
It's like a window without the window. It's just a hole. A dream hole.
So something you have to call maintenance about.
Exactly. Call it maintenance and just say, hey, I need you to come over and fix my dream hole.
He's come to snake her dream. Come to fix the hole.
Stop saying come.
Hey, another word's been ruined to porn. Yep, come's a big one. And
come's a big one. Oh god.
Yep. Okay, I do think there's a neighbor out on the porch dicking around or something, because I just heard something there too.
I've got one more word for you.
Okay,
it's one
go.
of my favorite words. It's dongle.
Dongle. You touched me with your dongle. It has to be like a person with an accent has to say it too. It can't just be a regular.
He touched you with the dongle.
Put your dongle back in your pants, honey.
And a dongle is basically just a small device that plugs into a computer and serves as an adapter or security measure to enable the use of certain software. So, like, I plug a dongle into my computer so I can use my Xbox controller.
Never, ever. Don't you be plugging in those dongles, mister.
Keep your dongle in your pants.
I'll just say the last one. I already mentioned it, but cream pie, that's another good one.
Yeah. I do love me some cream pie.
I hate like when someone when you work at a store and they come in, do you guys sell cream pies? How dare you? This is a place of civilians, you monster.
If that happens on a Sunday, your reaction should always be on you're talking about cream pies on this, the day of our Lord.
Saturdays may be for the boys, but Sunday's the Lord's Day, and you keep the cream pies to yourself, mister.
You leave the cream pies to the boys on Saturday. Maybe not.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I mean, there's just no good way to say this without sounding like FBI turns up the volume and listens a little bit closer. Okay, so I think this is the perfect time to abort this segment.
I love Debbie's cream pies.
That's even worse. You leave little Debbie alone.
We need to end this segment now.
All right, how about hypotheticals?
Let's do hypotheticals.
Okay, so this is one that's really important for you to subscribe on YouTube. Should I make a channel on YouTube? I'll make a figuratively speaking channel. Here we go. We'll do that. Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, rate, and review.
Smash that like button, bruh.
Okay, so would you rather throw your parachute out of a plane? Oh no! And wait 10 seconds. Okay. We gotta take a quick second. So we made a Google Doc of the show notes to send back and forth. So I'm not looking at it and having my co-host just guess, or having the co-host or guest just take a shot in the dark of what's happening next. Oh, and so he edited it. So would you rather throw your parachute out of a plane? Fuck you, and wait 10 seconds. That wasn't part of the hypothetical. So would you rather wait? Here's the hypothetical now. Would you rather wait? Fuck. Would you rather throw your parachute out of a plane and wait 10 seconds before you jumping after it, or just play a single round of Russian roulette? God damn it. You fucking monster.
Why didn't you read the rest of that one, man?
I don't want to. So, okay, here's your options. Death is the likely outcome either way, unless you are a champion at this. So, let's break it down. So, how physics works is...
Oh, God.
An object in motion tends to stay in motion. So, you throw the parachute out of plane at location A, and then you have to wait 10 seconds to jump out of the plane at location B. What did you just do? And it's foggy now. So when you throw the parachute, that's good golly gee, it's getting worse. So
good golly, Miss Molly.
So when you throw the parachute out, there's really no way of getting that parachute back unless when you dive, you just go over to the location of the parachute.
Exactly.
So honestly, I think that would be fun until you realize that you're gonna hit the ground and die. Like I can't imagine the rush you get out of flying through the air, knowing that nothing's gonna hold you back. I think I'm just depressed. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of talk about death so far.
That's okay.
You must be sad about Heather the Cheese Wizard.
Oh,
Yes.
Heather the Cheese Wizard? Oh no.
You need to tell your neighbor right now to calm the fuck down.
The neighbors.
His wild nipples. Tell him to calm them. Go calm your wild nipples, you.
And then when he yells at me, I'll say, "Don't you flip a tit?"
Yeah, and then just all kinds of boob references and call him a scallywag.
And then I'll tell him to take his dongler away from me and have a good day, sir.
You fucking fop doodle.
So
you have to say it in an Irish accent, though. Why don't you take your dongle away from me, you fop doodle? Ooh, that turned from Irish to like just like full autism.
If you don't get vaccinated, you won't have that issue.
Yeah, because you won't live long enough for it to be an issue.
You won't live long and prosper.
Why did you have to like...
I can't do it without... I can't make the Spock sign without using my... I can't do it.
Can't do this?
No.
Can you do this? Oh.
That... This is really bad for the people who aren't actually watching on YouTube. Okay, so what are you doing? You throwing the parachute out and taking a hike afterwards, or are you playing Russian roulette?
What I'm doing is I'm just... Well, I'm going to assume the plane is in the air, because if it's not, that's kind of like a
what if that was like the point of the hypothetical the whole time, for the plane just to be on the ground safe?
I'm playing Russian roulette. And that's only because if I fail, I'm not going to know it.
Yeah, but what if you dink it up and you hear the suicide stories of people going to like shoot themselves and they have the gun angled at like the last second when they go to pull the trigger because they like freak out at that last split second. Kind of like what happened with Lil Wayne. And you shoot yourself, but you don't actually kill yourself.
Well, I think I'm still picking that one just
because I know that's exactly what's going to happen to me.
Either that, or as I jump down after the parachute, I'm just humming the Mission Impossible theme the whole time.
I think I'm humming. What was the show that it was on? He hums it, and the other guy, Will Ferrell hums it, and the other guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I could find it, but I don't want to go through the trouble, and there'd be a lot of dead air if I did that. I'm jumping out of the plane because that death is going to be instantaneous.
Maybe. I mean, the thing is, we're picking opposite choices, but for the same reason.
We want the quick death, but one of them has a chance to go bad, and one has a smaller chance of going bad. I always imagine myself, like, whenever I drive by a church and I see the steeple, I always imagine myself dying by falling and getting impaled right through it.
Oh, that happens in, have you seen the movie Hot Fuzz? Nope. It doesn't happen in Hot Fuzz. The steeple actually falls on someone and like crushes his
The
head.
steeple is the big pointy part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. God's spear, of course.
Oh. Well, great. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely taking the gun just because one, it's easier to come out of that like sitting here making a gun with my hand. It's easier to come out of that safer because you have a 5 and 6 chance, which is 83.3 repeating, to be completely fine. And that 1 out of 6 chance, which is roughly 16.7 repeating, well, 16.6 repeating.
Did you already do the math on this? Or do you just know the numbers?
No, it's because 5 over 6 is 83. Yeah. Yeah, I know the numbers. But basically, so you have a 17% chance, more or less, of this going poorly. If it goes poorly, it's a high percent chance that you die immediately.
And 100% chance of your family's sadness.
Maybe 95.
Wait, I messed it up. Say what you said about the statistics again. Not the whole thing, just the last part.
Okay, here, let me hit rewind. So there's about an 83% chance that you're completely fine. There's a 17% chance that you're immediately dead.
And 100% reason to remember the name.
That was worse.
Yeah.
That was not great.
83% luck, 17% death, 100% reason to remember. Nope, we're done here.
Fig Minor?
The notorious Fig. Figgy, 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 can't you see?
Well, I'm going to switch up for the
me.
second hypothetical. I'm going to read it.
Wait, hold on a second. I just got to say one thing. I just pictured that hypothetical, whatever we do, happening in the Toronto bar, and whatever happens, the people go nuts over. So, like, say it accidentally happens and you have that 17% chance where you die. Bang! Oh! They go wild. And my luck is I'd get to the backpack right as I'm going to hit the ground. Like, I'd get the backpack. As soon as I pull the string, it'd be string, ground, and then the Toronto video. Oh! Goes nuts. All right, read the second hypothetical.
All right, so would you rather be itchy and gain 20 cents or sticky and gain 25 cents? You can turn these options off whenever, but for every 30 seconds you're in whatever state that you choose, you get the listed amount of money.
Hold on a second, I got to pause for a quick second. Another word we're into porn, sticky. Okay. Figuratively speaking, a big itchy and sticky podcast.
Don't like it. I'm both itchy and sticky just because you said that. It to be my dongle.
All right, so I just want to make sure we're interpreting this the right way. So for every 30 seconds, so you get 40 cents in a minute.
So are you like itchy everywhere and sticky everywhere?
I'm assuming so. So like I just want to make sure that we're interpreting this the right way. So every 30 seconds, so you get 20 cents, you get 40 cents for 1 minute, or we're doing 30 seconds, wait 30 seconds, then every other 30 seconds. How are we doing this?
No, it's definitely like when you're in that constant state of being itchy or sticky, it's like every 30 seconds you just get that amount of money. So like first off,
you get paid twice in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, we're good now.
Yeah. And that's actually a good amount of change right there. 50 cents in a minute. That's like $30 an hour.
I was doing the math earlier on this. So let's see. I'm doing the sticky no matter what because I cannot handle being itchy. Like for some reason so you know how like when you're at a urinal? Hold on, I gotta stand up for this. When you're at a urinal, if you do like I'm not gonna get too bad here. But like if you do through the zipper method, when you're doing it, you go like that. You stick your butt out as you're doing through the zipper method.
Yes.
You know that.
Sorry, I'm still recovering after what so for people listening, we're on
I put my dongle by the webcam.
We're on a Skype video call right now, and I just saw a whole bunch of fig in my face.
That's assault. Okay, but yeah, so when I'm itchy, I do like to reverse that. I kind of like chest forward, arch back, and like hands out, like I look like a special kid running in gym class. That's what I'm like itchy. I just can't like be itchy because I just.
Yeah. Never mind, I'm not going there. Yeah, I'm also picking sticky just because, like,
It's easy.
I don't know
Go
what kind of sticky we're talking about here. Are we talking like sweaty sticky? Or are we talking like
Maple syrup sticky.
Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely picking that then.
But like, one, not because I'm not gonna like lick the stick off me. Bad sense.
My name's Austin, and I like to lick the stick.
All right, no, but I just like I'm just gonna lay in a bathtub of stickiness. That's even worse.
You're just gonna lay there in your own stick.
You just lay in your filth all day. You sit there and you lay in your stick. I'll go to the mall. But yeah, so thinking about it, so you get 25 cents for every 30 seconds. So you're getting 50 cents a minute, right?
Yep.
Times that by 60 minutes an hour, you're getting $30 an hour. Say if you stick an 80-hour shift or 8-hour shift a day, times 8, wait, I think I dinked that up. So 50 cents times 60, $30.
Mm-hmm.
You times that by an 8-hour day, that's a $240 day.
Yeah, there you go.
That's $240 for just laying in a bathtub. You could nap. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to slap the stick or anything, or guess the stick, or talk about the Big Bang Theory. You could just lay in your stick and take a nap all day, and you get paid at least $240 for it.
That is gross. So before taxes, that is $60,000 a year.
That's
And
not terrible.
It's also gross.
I mean, you think about it. McDonald's if they want to start, or I'm sorry, McDonald's, if they want to start bringing in those kiosks and replacing like the cashiers and everything, easy. You get fired from McDonald's from a computer, go lay in your stick all day.
Go sit in a sticky bathtub.
All right, so I'm glad we got the stick and itch figured out. We're a big itchy and sticky podcast, and just hearing itchy and sticky, it just gives the neighbors a chuckle. Apparently, cut that out. I swear to God. Let's go with our third hypothetical, shall we?
We shall.
All right. First, I just got to say, so you know how we have a theme of like most of our hypotheticals where we're beating up kindergartners, beating up the world.
Mm-hmm.
We're back, folks.
Figuratively speaking, a big water podcast. Stay hydrated.
Don't forget to save the bees while you're at it, kids.
And also, donate money to whatever the hell school we can go to learn how to speak. Because we have just messed up every word so far today.
Yeah, we're not great. Exhibit A. You speak nonsense, and what did you say in the other episode?
So this is now the fourth time I've said this. This is my fourth episode, and this is the fourth time I've said this because it's my one truth about myself. I am a bilingual chap. I speak 2 languages. The first one is nonsense, and the second one is shitty English.
I like how when you say nonsense, I speak nonsense, as if like you're a heroic person or a underdog attorney.
I'm the Crimson Chin, goddammit.
What?
I'm the Crimson Chin.
Oh, that works too.
Here comes the Crimson Chin.
You're the Negachin.
Ooh.
No, like the underdog attorney. And I say good day, sir. Anyways, let's go back to the hypotheticals. So we're a big war beating up. We're going back to war, folks. A high school is going to war. Well, I guess not us, but a high school is. Paint the picture as to the sides. Which side you're on, the strategy, and who wins. I want to put this out there. I came up with this hypothetical on my own. I get all the hypotheticals from other places. This one's on me. See, your boy Fig is producing.
I mean, obviously, there's 2 cliques that come to mind immediately. It would be the jocks and the nerds. So let's just lay out the cliques first, and then we'll kind of do like pick the best 3 or something. So we've got the jocks, the nerds, the scene kids, I guess. You've got like
that the populars.
Yeah, the popular / rich kids, because we all know they're the fucking same people.
Yep. Got jocks, popular kids, the nerds or the brainies. You got floaters, which is the people who are kind of like me and go to any group they want.
You've got the skaters.
Oh, I forgot about them. I put them in with the burnouts.
Okay, that's fair.
You got like the fine arts people, like the band kids, the drama kids,
Exactly what we're saying here is that anyone that skateboards is a burnout. That's exactly
what we're saying.
That we're
You heard it here first. You got the normal people who just
are there.
Have their few friends and they just coast through high school.
All right. Well, I think we've named enough because I've already got it down to.
Hold on a second. We got more.
Oh.
We got the burnouts. We got the anime kids. Those are the ones who, when they run, they put their head forward and they throw their arms back.
So they're basically all
really long.
They are all Naruto.
You got the. Did I say like the emo or goths, or did I say that as the anime?
I said the scene kids who are kind of. It's kind of like when I was in high school. That's kind of what it was called.
Yeah, because we had totally different high school atmospheres. So this is why I think this is going to be a great hypothetical for us. You got the emo and goths, the anime. I have next on that hyphen weird runners. You got the loners who you got to keep an eye on. Those are the kids you're nice to. Well, you should be nice to everybody, kids, but those are the ones you're nice to in case little Billy had a bad haircut and he's done. He's had it. That's when you tell them.
Those are the kids you want to be nice to, so they'll tell you not to come to school tomorrow
or wear red on Friday. You got the shop kids who I just put them in. I don't know if you called it EdTech or VOTech or whatever.
We called it.
Yeah, every place called it different.
I think it was Tech Ed.
Tech Ed? What? Okay, so yeah, you got like the shop kids. I ruled that as them. Those also entail like the Hicks and everything too, which I don't think you probably had a lot of down there.
No, not really. Well, we had a couple. I mean, because I went to an Ann Arbor high school, so we had a lot of hippie kids.
Mm.
And the hippie kids were kind of like interwoven with the popular kids. It's Ann Arbor, man. I don't know what to. But yeah, we did have a couple who came from like Saline and like parts of Ipsy. And,
I can't say that word without laughing anymore.
Saline?
Yeah, because I said saline. You said, what did you just call it?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really. You're probably going to be the expert there. Shout out North Branch.
What? What's that? No, see, North Branch, I'll tell you how it works. When it's Spirit Week Thursdays, we have Farmer Day, which I absolutely hate. It's the most stereotypical farmer thing ever. People just put on random boots, they wear jeans, and they get a flannel or a plaid shirt, and they put on a hat.
So it's basically the same thing as every day.
No, because the thing there is what takes off a lot of the Hicks is we don't always wear plaid. They just wear t-shirts, jeans, and boots. And smell like tobacco.
Oh, well, I mean, if you asked me, that would be my guess of what it would be like there every day. But
and then the last group
I don't want to piss off the entire viewing audience, so I'm just going to leave that as is.
Yep, and then we got the clowns.
Oh, the class clowns. They're kind of like sprinkled into every clique though.
Yeah, they're just about everything. And like I tried maybe we can call them a floater, but like they're more than a floater. They're their own thing. They're the ones that get like a 5% on a test and they go, ha ha. Just like that. All right, so let's break down who's the allies and who's the Axis.
Oh, this is World War II? Well, I was thinking more of like a Vietnam War thing for like the jocks and nerds. You've got the jocks who are going to be the U.S. military. I mean, they're just going to be the most powerful like overall. But then you've got Charlie. You've got the nerds. They're going to be hiding in the lockers. They're going to be flinging rubber bands at you from the ceiling tiles. They're going to be.
Oh my God! They're going to be hiding in the lockers.
Yeah, the new joke is no longer the trees speak Vietnamese, it's the lockers speak Dork. There's your episode title.
I almost had water come out my nose. The lockers speak Dork. All right.
And I mean, just based on the Vietnam War.
Wait, what?
Just based on the Vietnam War, that's why I would put the nerds kind of actually in the top spot on the power rankings there, because they're kind of like the underdog. No one expects them to be able to do things, but nerds spend more time at school than anyone else, so they know that school like the back of their hand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's also like this is going down in high school too. Like this isn't going down in like some random factory or whatever, which would be kind of dope too.
I'm picturing my high school, and my high school was very, very interestingly shaped. If anyone
was it a 1 or 2 story? Oh wait, yours was a 1 story, right?
3-story.
Even better.
So basically, this is gonna be hard for me to explain. So I'm gonna completely just like
for the listeners. He has his hands up like he's determined.
So, well, no, I'm about to tell them where I went to high school so they can look it up. It's at Ann Arbor Huron High School. Basically, what Ann Arbor Huron High School is, it's like two cylinders coming, two boobs coming out of the ground, nice. 2 stories tall each, and then there's a bridge connecting them, and there was like an area underneath called Under the Arch where people would just hang out, and then the arch was on the 2nd story and the 3rd story, so it was like a bridge kind of. And then there's a lot of like portable classrooms and like a stadium and everything, but like the actual internal hallways kind of like wove around a lot, so it got really confusing as to where you were if you were new. Like, not a lot of people knew that the hallways there are broken down. There's like the 2200, the 2100, the 3200, and like basically the first number was so it's 4 numbers. The first number was the area of the school, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second number was the story, 1, 2, 3, and then the last 2 numbers would be the room number. And not a lot of people knew that there were actually 3 4200 hallways. So, I mean, it was what I'm getting at is it was a really complicated layout. So basically, everyone's going to know the school, but the nerds are going to know it better. Like, well, yeah, because like there was this area under the shop, under like one of the shop classes that like actually connects to one of the wrestling rooms where I guess the jocks would know this too, but like
the jocks, nerds, and fine arts kids would know the school like the back of their hand because they're the ones that are usually there all the time.
But yeah, so basically they spend so much time there. The nerds like they have access to like, you know, AV equipment and stuff, so they could make like tasers, I guess.
Jesus. God.
Well, that's why I'm putting the nerds out on top. This is like our version of Deadliest Warrior, and I love it.
This would be a good time for sports science.
School science.
No, that's just science.
How many rubber bands does it take to take down a football player?
Welcome to Figuratively Speaking Science. You have questions of which clique in high school would come out victorious if it came down to a fight to the death. We say the brains and nerds, but others say the jocks.
Why don't you have your listeners either comment or you know, send in messages about who they think would win?
And then we come out with another episode of what we actually say happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to name the teams that I have. So I generated the teams. So for the allies.
You're going to try and keep it to 4?
4 per team?
No, just four teams.
I only have 2 teams. I just have good, bad.
That's fine too.
All right, so we got six to a team.
6 to a team. All right.
Allies, we got the brains and the nerds. And their job, they're like the generals. They have the strategies because they paid attention in history class. They know all the histories of other wars. They know what to do and what doesn't, what works and what doesn't work. So I got them up there. They got the strats.
Okay.
The popular kids and the class clowns are like the infantry. They're doing all the work. The shop kids, they're like special ops. They got the tanks and the planes. They know how to assemble everything. They're the mechanics. The what? What?
They bring the wood.
Yes. And so they assemble everything. I just imagine them like they're the ones that have like the bandana and like the headband kind of bandana with like either a red, white, and blue one for like a flag or like a green one that they tie. And then they have like a cutoff shirt with like ammo belts around them and jeans. And they just go running into just like storming from tank to tank to fix them. And then we got the emo and the goth kids. I have them as the medics because they're usually shut into themselves. They don't really talk to anybody unless someone actually needs them for something. And even then they're like, oh, who cares? And then, so, what?
Now you sound like Luke. Who cares?
Call back. And then we got the fine arts kids just because they know with like makeup and like with like drama and everything. They're the snipers. They know how to blend into everything because they're usually the ones getting bullied. So they're trying to figure out how to not get, they figure out how to blend in everything, kind of like the locker speaking dork. That's the allies. The Axis powers, I have the jocks as infantry and the floaters as infantry. I've got the normal kids that they're the strategies because they somewhat pay attention to their classes, but they don't they kind of yeah, I need to pass, but at the same time, I'm not trying to get A's, so they kind of know the material, so they know they hit the strategies.
Straight up, like you said, I'm not trying to get AIDS. That's also accurate.
not trying to mess around and get AIDS. Then we got the burnout kids, which I just put them as tanks and planes because they had to go somewhere. The anime kids are the medics because the medics have to
so
run.
Fast.
They have to run everywhere, so they're everywhere. They get the loners. They're the suicide bombers.
Oh no, the kamikaze pilots.
So that's the teams. What do you got for teams? Should we just stick with that for the teams?
Yeah.
All right. You guys haven't subscribed or you guys haven't sent in any listener questions yet, so I don't anticipate you sending in any feedback on who's going to win the war, so I don't know why we're wasting our breath on this, but go ahead and send in some feedback for who you think wins the war. You know what? I'll do you one better. Click the link in the show notes.
Click the link in the show notes to see to vote on who you think would win.
Send in your voice note, send in your rationale, and send in a funny story for what you think happens. Do you think the shop kids get a spear through the head or what? That was
moving around a lot.
that was too far. I can't do it. All right. Participate, don't participate. We've got answers for the next one. So that about wraps up hypotheticals, I think.
Yeah, that was a good long hypothetical session.
This is gonna be a really long episode too. We're just about an hour. We're about halfway done now.
I'd say we're a little over halfway.
All right, let's jump into hate to see it. Shall we?
Yeah.
Well, I talked about hate to see it. As you know, the hate to see it segment throughout the podcast has switched numerous times.
Numerous.
The way I'm talking, trying to describe how many times hate to see it has changed. Some would say you actually hate to see it, but some people would like to say you hate to see this, and we're aborting the hate to see it segment.
Why don't you read the note under that one?
I didn't see it. Rip. Jesse's gay.
Well, that's not what I wrote.
Well, actually, hold on a second. You wrote it.
Nope.
And he wrote, and I'm gay, but I am with the apostrophe. We're grammar again.
You're gay, butt.
I thought about just turning around, taking my butt to the webcam and squeezing it and going, I am not a butt. Shout out Simpsons. All right, so yeah, that's it. Hate to see it segment. Gonzo, done. Kaput, done. We're replacing that with a new segment, which is going to be fantastic for the show. That's random thoughts.
All right. Would you like to start, or would you like me to christen the new segment?
You go ahead and christen the new segment. Pull the sword out of the stone, if you may.
Random thoughts.
Or pull the knife out of the alligator's head.
Okay. So the other day, I was making an omelet with chicken and sweet potatoes, right? It was, it kind of sounds like a weird kind of omelet. It was really good.
But I kind of feel like it goes hard in the paint, though, too.
Oh, it does. It's delicious. I spiced that boy up. But
Spicy boy.
But as I was making it, I realized it was really, really morbid. I mean, just think about it. I was eating a chicken cooked in the liquefied remains of its unborn child. Shout out to anyone eating eggs right now. What else is this an appropriate thing to do? Eat a mother cooked in the liquefied remains of her unborn child? It's not. Stop trying to think of something. You can't justify this. Why was I doing this?
Why are you thinking this? No, I was trying to come up with the whole, how abortion's a real hot topic right now. I'm trying to come up with an abortion joke with chickens, but I can't do it. Are we eating aborted chickens the whole time? I don't like that.
See, that's...
Where's the potato coming? I feel like the potato has an interesting part in the story. Or am I just overthinking it?
You're overthinking it. I was just saying that it wasn't just... I'm hungry, so I mean, I was just kind of thinking about the fact that there was sweet potato in it, too.
God, I'm starving. I can't wait to eat the mother and the unborn child. Where I'm having hot dogs.
Oh, boy.
All right, so yeah, that's a great way to kick off the random thoughts section.
I thought that was a good one. I wanted to come out strong.
Came out real strong, unlike that unborn chicken.
Oof.
All right, so I learned something the other day, and just this like the thing that I learned isn't a random thought, but like the more I think about it, the more random thoughts I had. The random thoughts I had. And penguins have knees? Question mark. Yeah, penguins have knees apparently.
Their fins are heavy.
And they're well. Hold on, before we get to them, the fins are heavy. They have like really small knees because they have. Hold on, before you say it, they have really like long and thin legs, but it covers up. They have a composed of a short femur, knee, tibia, and fibula.
So like a fully functional leg.
So you know, like, hold on. Do you know? Well, yeah, they have they got the whole kit and caboodle, and of a leg, but it's just so little, and they don't really use it. It's just there. It's like the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. Like he doesn't get used for so long. They have to oil him up, and before he's back into action.
Gotta oil up those penguin knees.
That's right. And so yeah, really, you know, like when you're eating a drumstick and you have like that little thin bone next to the big bone.
Yeah.
That's what I picture. Like I picture the big bone like a human leg.
Why are you rocking back and forth?
What?
Why are you rocking back and forth so much? You're like.
I don't know. I thought about sitting in my spinning chair, but I'd spinning and be doing this the whole time, and it'd be really obnoxious. So I'm just. I'm like Ray Charles. I'm withdrawing from heroin while I'm playing the piano.
You're Stevie Wondering yourself.
No, Stevie Wonder does that too? Maybe it's just a blind thing.
Yeah, he doesn't know where the hell he is.
But he knows exactly how to catch a microphone. Conspiracies? Think not.
Why does he say? You know, another random thought, kind of like.
Oh, we got a random thought on the spot. Go ahead, your spur of the moment random thought.
So, have you ever watched the comedian Hannibal Buress?
Yes.
He's the sidekick.
He's the whack guy, right?
So he's very fun. He's the guy from the whack meme. Whack. So basically, he has
whack.
He has a conspiracy theory, and it's my favorite conspiracy theory of all time that you just referenced, that Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind.
Yeah, he caught the mic no problem.
So, no, my whole thing is like, why the hell does Stevie Wonder sit courtside at basketball games? And Hannibal Buress asked you the correct way. He said, does he love the smell of competition?
He loves the smell of grit. Big grit guy.
He gets off on determination.
He gets off on basketball players.
Oh.
But yeah, so we can say it. Fins heavy, knees weak, fins heavy.
There's vomit on his belly already. Mom's fish sketty.
There we go. There's my first random thought.
All right, and I've got another one that I think is pretty good.
I
was kind of going through the old Disney movie archives the other day, and I came across one of my favorites. I actually had a hamster named after this character. It was Tarzan. Fun fact, Tarzan was actually a female hamster. And that's why she bit me so much, probably. But my question is this. How the hell does Tarzan have a hairless body and no beard? He doesn't even have an armpit hair. Does he have alopecia and wear a wig?
He ripped hairs out of the gorillas and then just like pasted them together with like tree sap, and then he just like sapped that to his head. He was sticky too. Tarzan's sticky.
Oh man, he must be rich.
Why
don't you just use the laugh track?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
we're doing a bit, folks. We're doing a bit. That's right, folks. You can go ahead. We're doing a bit. You don't have to keep reading the teleprompter anymore. We're doing a bit. We're doing a bit. Hold on a second. It's loading. Fuck off, YouTube. Fuck right off. I have to pee so bad, and all this laughing is not helping.
Oh man, we can wrap this up pretty quick. We're almost done. I've got one more random thought.
I got three more.
It's your shot.
All right. I don't like when people talk to their babies as if they're talking to an educated, well-rounded adult.
You know, I've actually seen studies that actually helps stimulate brain growth.
Yeah, I figured that, but I just don't like it. Like I don't like when
I don't like is when the baby has a grown ass name like Oswald.
That's a great show, by the way.
If your name is Oswald, you're never a baby. You're just coming out of your mom at like 30 years old.
Yeah, kind of like, okay, so I actually have a huge like bit about this. Like, it's really hard to like picture your name as a child, but like as a grown up, like Austin, that doesn't seem like a really grown up name to me. Like that seems like a name like you get to like 18, 19, and it just stops and you become Max. No, you can't be an adult named Max. You can't be an adult named Max, Scotty, or there's another one. But another thing about names, can you imagine that baby pops right out of the baby oven? You hold it in your hands. What's its name? Gilbert. The child's name is Gilbert. First day of kindergarten, going through the attendance. James, Max, Scotty, Gilbert. And it's got like that, what's the guy's name? Gilbert Godfrey, whatever, where he's got that.
I'm right here!
Yeah. All Gilberts have that voice.
I heard that Gilbert Gottfried is packing heat.
Oh, he's got to be.
Just a giant doodle.
He just walked into a conference table and then he just slapped it right on the table.
Big old pool noodle, giant doodle.
Big pool noodle doodle. Doodle doodle doo. But yeah, I don't like when, like, my grocery store, for example, like when I'm scanning people's stuff. Oh, we went a little over a budget today, Karen. Why is your baby named Karen?
Because she ruins everything.
Her name's Karen, so that way she can be groomed.
Loki, I actually feel really bad for people named Karen because they get a really bad rap. I've met some nice people named Karen before.
But Karen, like, I need to speak to the manager. Like, that's the reputation of Karen.
Exactly.
Damn you memes! I'll never forgive the Japanese.
All right, you shoot out another random thought, and then I'll do one. Then you can do your final one.
Oh, here's a big one for me. My mom does this all the time, and it's always bugged me. When people wave, how do you wave? Exactly. I don't like when people flap their fingers up and down for a wave. As if they're trying to do like a honka or something.
I wave like this. Let the record show that I'm like squeezing air butt.
But no, you don't flop your fingers up and down like this. You have an open hand and you rock it side to side.
That is a fucking tongue twister. I just did that on accident.
Titty twist. No.
Your family.
Twitty twister.
I'm gonna test your twitties. What?
But yeah, those people who flop their fingers up and down instead of an open hand side to side rock need to be banished.
I don't really even like do this. I just kind of like just stationary.
You have to like tilt you a certain way.
Yeah, just.
But you also had to run the risk of like the one guy from Men in Black, salt or sugar, water, more.
So I've got one more random thought. It's not really a random thought. It's more of just something I saw that made me laugh. You see that article about the Pakistani minister doing a live stream and someone accidentally put the cat filter on him?
No.
So basically, he was speaking very seriously about like the state of Pakistan, and the whole time he had like a Snapchat cat filter on his face.
Oh my god!
Some intern got flogged.
Oh yeah, their dongler got taken away.
Oh no, he got he got slapped in the dongle.
Oh no! Administration from above stepped on his dongle. But yeah, that's not great. Yeah, not ideal.
Not a good mistake.
What if it happened to Hitler?
He would have gotten
just screaming. Like I was thinking of Bill Burr's bit about Hitler as he like is Hitler screaming and everything, and not like an EDM concert like what I'm doing right now with like. But what if he just had like the dog face on him the whole time? I'm thinking of the We Are Number One Hitler version. We are number hurl. Yeah. What if he had like the big grin face too, where it makes your voice squeaky? What if he had that the whole time? 999. Or the dog face. So whenever he opened his mouth to yell really loud, the tongue went. across the screen.
Or the one, you remember the really old one that made your eyes big and you like threw up a rainbow?
That's my all-time favorite one. It'll always be my favorite one.
That's pretty good. All right, what's your last thought?
My last one is, I don't know, I just get like a weird movie plays in my head, kind of like my own creation. Like when there's a Facebook post, and ever since you can like react to pictures or statuses or posts or whatever, you can do like happy, sad, thumbs up, heart, or whatever. I always enjoy it when there's a bunch of angry reacts to it. Like if there's a post with 30 likes and 25 of them are angry reacts, I don't know why, but I love that. For some reason, I just like get an image of like an army of dwarves or like angry Vern Troyers, like ready to go.
Angry short people, all with Napoleon complexes.
Wait, what?
Just a bunch of short people that are mad all the time.
Yeah, and they all have their faces are red, and there's like steam coming out their ears, and their hands are up, and they're just like their little legs are just a kicking across the battlefield to come get them.
All right, yeah, well that I kind of like the random thoughts segment.
Random thoughts, big thing here happening. I've got like 7 more loaded up in the chamber for the next episodes.
Can't wait.
We blew it. We got a chance to end this thing at 69 minutes, and we're at 70.
Oh well.
Do you have the outro loaded up?
I do.
All right. Before we do that, this has been Figuratively Speaking, episode number 15. It's your boy Fig with the third member of the pod, Uncle Fungus, or as I referenced to him earlier, Jesse.
Yeah, that's actually my random thought. I don't think you've ever actually recognized me as Jesse on the pod. I've always been Uncle Fungus.
Except for today.
Yeah, I think I've graduated.
I don't know how the confidence. Yeah, there it is. This picture. Now I just get the image of angry Vern Troyer chugging across the stage with his hat and diploma on.
He has to like jump up and reach it.
Yeah, it's like the WWE Money in the Bank. He's got the diploma. He just has to bring it down.
Are you ready?
Right.
Ready for this
outro?
This is going to be an educational outro. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I couldn't be any more ready.
I'm gonna teach you how to make lasagna. I'm gonna teach you how to make lasagna. I'm gonna teach you how to make lasagna. I'm gonna teach you how to make. I'm gonna teach you how to make lasagna. 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 First, you get a pound of Italian sausage. Take it out the package and put it on a Dutch oven with some medium.
God damn it! God damn it! Penelope is also on the show, folks. Penelope does not like lasagna. Can confirm. I'm gonna teach you how to make lasagna. No!
Penelope, stop. I put it away.
Put it away. All right, that wraps her up.
No.
Don't. Yeah, hold on. Folks, it was a good episode. Don't forget to hit us up with the what you think is going to happen with the results for the high school war, but this has been Figuratively Speaking.